All right, well, I'm in one of my favorite stomping grounds over here in Smyrna, Georgia. Look, we got the Chattahoochee River right over there. This place, it's date central. If you're living in Georgia here and around Atlanta, you should be taking your girl, you should be taking your guy over here. You got dogs, perfect place for it. Now, look, I tried to get Howard Stern for this, but Howard, he's a hypochondriac. He's got a couple of qualms, this and that. He's a little scared of what Smyrna, Georgia has to offer. Good food and great beer and lovely people. Apparently those things scare him. So I had to go for the next best person, the next best choice, and who other than English Nick from 97.1 The River. I'm excited. Musicians, talking musicians, and all that kind of stuff. This is going to be a very, very exciting review. So, hi, my name is Gabriel Manick. I'm an actor, and I am thirsty. All right, well, welcome back to another episode of Thirsty Actor Beer Reviews. Today is a very special day because I don't know if you know this guy. You might know his voice.
What's going on? How are you?
There we go. Does it sound familiar? It's got to sound familiar, especially if you're here in Atlanta.
What if I say this? 97.1 The River, Atlanta's classic hits.
Come on, right? Get in the comments. Come on. Are you excited? I'm excited. I know I am.
They know.
Of course. We got English Nick from 97.1 The River, the radio host, and very, very excited because I started listening to the radio here in Atlanta, doing some Uber rides and stuff like that. I'm like, man, this guy's voice is so interesting. And we already had some laughs about it. It's really cool. What part of England are you from?
So I grew up in the southwest of England,
Nice.
in the county of Wiltshire. So cities in that area, Salisbury, very famous for its big cathedral, Bath, Bristol, Stonehenge, just 30 minutes down the road.
No way. That's so cool.
Yeah. So, and I don't know how the stones got there. I have no idea.
You don't know any
Nobody even
secret?
knows how old they are.
Okay,
So-
well, do you know how the Southern American Stonehenge got there? How those stones?
Oh, the ones that just got blown
stones?
up.
The ones that just got blown up. Yeah. Do you know anything about that?
That was that erected in the 80s?
In 1980, I believe. Yeah.
And there's all these different things written on there, and people think it's like,
post-apocalyptic and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was crazy. But that's cool that you were like 30 minutes outside of the actual Stonehenge.
Actual Stonehenge.
I really want to go there. I don't know.
and there's also another stone circle not far from Stonehenge called Avebury, the village of Avebury. The stones they're farther apart. It's a circle, and they're this high.
Okay.
Right? But so there's Avebury in Stonehenge. So stones. Yeah.
I think I saw that in an episode of Ancient Aliens.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Is that Discovery Channel?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it on Netflix, but
Yeah.
it's so good. It's such a great show. So we're talking about other things other than beer, which is totally great.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers! Yeah, absolutely. So I'm not allowed to take a sip until I say the famous slogan. So famous. Maybe in a few years it'll be famous. But yeah, we got the Stark. Let's see, the Stark. It is a toasted porter, which is 5.5%, and just so happens to be one of English Nick's favorite Reformation beers.
Absolutely.
And that's because
Well, we have a 97.1 The River beer here called the Cold One, which is a very crushable pilsner.
Right.
I believe 4.4%.
that sounds about right. 4.4, right on it.
But
right?
great for any of these disgustingly humid Atlanta afternoons.
Of course.
Yeah, very easy to drink during the day.
Yeah, and Reformation is a sponsor for 97.1.
Well, we just got together with them, and this is the second time we did this. A couple years ago, pre-pandemic, we did a beer called We Will Rock You, of course, a play on the famous AC/DC song We Will Rock You.
Great name.
We did that with them, and then our promotions department decided, hey, let's get back together with a Reformation Brewery. They said yes, so here we are with the Cold One.
That's so awesome.
And I think it's available. It's not just It's going to be available for the summer of 2022. It's like year long.
Year long?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I did do a cold one. I reviewed it last year. Some of you may have seen it. I don't know what else to say. It's just a German style Pilsner. It's pretty good. I'm going to give it an 8.2. 8.2 German style Pilsner. A cold one at Reformation Brewery. But this is like a new recipe, so I'm definitely going to have to try this one eventually. But we decided to, keep things a little more...
We did a cold one earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now we're doing a different cold one.
Yeah, of course.
It's not actually called a cold one.
A colder, darker one.
It's called Stark.
Yeah.
And I like Guinness. I'm a big Guinness guy, but this is...
That's why we got to do it. That's why we got to do it. So, first sip's the one that counts when you're thirsty. That's the one. Yeah.
I had heard that because I watched some of your stuff prior to coming to that.
Well, thank you for watching.
Right?
Okay, yeah,
right?
Totally. Yeah, definitely a toasty porter, yeah.
There are some porters that I feel like have too many, you hear about notes of this and notes of that.
Cocoa and cinnamon.
Cocoa and chocolate and goat and stuff like that.
Goat.
Who wants goat in their beer?
Hey, you know what? I don't think we can't knock it till we try it. Like, are there any like goat?
I don't believe so.
No,
I've had beers with goat and I don't like it. I grew up with goats. I grew up on a farm in the UK, so.
Gotcha. Oh, because they kept putting their paws in the beer and their
They're hoofs. They're little trotters.
The hoofs.
They're
That's
not,
right.
Pigs have trotters.
Right.
Cloven. They're cloven hoofs.
Clovens.
Yeah.
They'll dip them in there because obviously it's really warm, so it's a very cold beer to kind of cool them off.
Speaking of that, have you seen the movie with Nicolas Cage, The Pig?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. That was a great movie.
It was a beautiful movie.
Nicolas Cage has made some bad movies over the years.
A lot.
Because he makes so many movies.
Yes.
He's in so many movies, but The Pig? And The Pig was so cute.
Oh, I know.
I say was because,
Spoiler alert.
Past tense.
Uh-oh. Whoops. But yeah, no, it was a phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
And just to see like his performance, like being just so like even keel and like low, calm, and then just like bringing up that emotion and erupting. You feel it as an audience member.
Yeah, I'm a big Nick Cage fan.
Yeah.
Especially Leaving Las Vegas.
I've never seen that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He's an alcoholic living in. He's drinking and he wants to kill himself, right?
Hey,
he knows he's going to die. It's amazing.
That kind of reminds me. Well, I did see the latest Nick Cage movie, which was
where he plays himself.
Yeah.
At different points in his life. Yeah.
Such a great movie.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So much fun. But I think his like subconscious, shows up, and I believe it's the character they played in Leaving Las Vegas.
That would make sense because I believe he won an Oscar for that.
Oh, okay.
And that was a serious Nick Cage role. Also, I'm a huge David Lynch fan. Twin Peaks,
Twin Peaks, of course. A cup of coffee.
Eraserhead, damn fine cup of coffee, cherry pie.
Cherry pie. I thought it was a donut. Yeah, cherry pie.
But there's a David Lynch movie called Wild at Heart with Nicolas Cage and Laura Dern, and I think my favorite David Lynch movie of all time. Apparently based on the Wizard of Oz story.
Really?
Yes.
Now that actually gets me really excited to watch because I love the Wizard of Oz.
And the lady that played Laura Palmer in Twin Peaks shows up at the end of Wild at Heart as a fairy.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So many spoiler alerts on this episode.
Yeah, I mean, Wild at Heart's been out since the late 80s. You haven't seen it now.
Yeah, that's so true. It's like saying you haven't seen...
Top Gun, the original Top Gun, if you haven't seen that.
Yeah,
somebody in this room hadn't seen that.
Yeah, where did she go?
She's behind the camera, I believe.
Oh, there she is. Oh, by the way, yeah, that's right. I'm not, putting the camera somewhere. We got a camera person today, a camera lady.
Who probably wishes we had a
stand
by now.
Yeah, because her shoulders are probably like getting to her. They're burning.
Good for the biceps, huh?
That's right. Yeah, we got Christiana behind the Christiani. Sorry.
Christiani.
Why did I say Anna? I've said your name right so many times in the last few years. We got Christiani. You may have heard her or read her subtitles in a previous beer review, but she's here and not saying anything. Can you say hi?
Hi.
There you go.
I guess we could always do a cut if she wants to put the phone down for a minute.
Hi, I'm here.
There she is.
There she is.
That's perfect.
Or we could prop it up on the old, what do you call them?
Jenga?
The Jenga is here, yes.
That's always a good one. Yeah, so this beer is pretty good. When I read toasted porter, I thought it would be like a little more bitter and more roasted.
It's smooth, isn't it?
But it's very smooth. Yeah, very, very light in character too.
Do we also need to say that we're at the Smyrna Reformation Brewery? At 3 locations, Woodstock, Canton, Smyrna. I know this because I've been talking about them a lot on the radio for the last couple of months because a cold one, 97.1 The Rivers beer.
Gotta get it.
See, it's
any location. Yeah.
But yeah, great Reformation Brewery doing great things.
Yeah, this honestly is, I should have said it in the beginning, this is the Smyrna location, and this is probably my favorite Actually, that's not true yet because I've not been to the Canton one. But currently, it is my favorite Reformation because you can grab a beer. You can stay in here if you want. It's a really nice atmosphere. The music's nice. But you can just walk down over there and there's an eddy. You're right by the Chattahoochee River. And I've taken so many dates here because why not? It's about aesthetic. The aesthetic's got to be wonderful and open.
So many dates. Did you catch that?
So many dates.
Lots of dates.
Lots of dates.
What happens when you're a hungry actor?
That's right.
The actor.
That's right. You can just afford beer. Ladies, if you want a beer and a cold one, I will get you that cold one.
Yeah. And he's talking about the beer when he says
right, of course, yes, yeah.
I was thinking that earlier when I was on the phone when I outside, like, man, the Chattahoochee's right here.
Yeah.
Like, looking not quite so clear today, though.
Yeah.
It's a bit murky today.
It's a little hazy.
Maybe because of the storms recently, I don't know.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, there was this one time, Christy Hooney, Annie and I came here to just like hang out, catch up about life, and the river the water rose. So
it rose?
Because of the storm. Yeah, I put out Moses' staff, and then the water just rose.
Yeah.
Then there are a lot of what are they called? The bugs, locusts. A lot of locusts came about.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a plague of locusts. Is what it's called.
Pretty
Although
much.
in Georgia, it's probably a plague of mosquitoes.
Of course, man.
Jesus.
These mosquitoes—they've just been biting like crazy. They're rough this year.
Have you heard of this Coyote Peterson guy?
Coyote Peterson? No.
He's almost like Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, but he goes around the world looking for reptiles and stuff.
Oh.
And so my girlfriend's 6-year-old daughter, hello Erza, she loves Coyote Peterson because she loves reptiles. And there was an episode we saw the other day where he's always like, he will purposely let things sting and bite him.
Oh my god!
And he went to this place where they breed mosquitoes, some lab. Mosquitoes, not mosquitoes. They breed them, and he put his arm in. Like 1,000 mosquitoes bit his arm.
Jeez.
Just to prove what they do to your arm.
But
he has some magical cream that you rub on to get rid of the burn. I guess it's an old
Bengay, right?
Not Bengay, no, it was something I'd never heard of. But anyway, so Coyote Peterson got a free shout out.
Yeah, there you go.
The kids love him.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, Steve Irwin's son is now doing like a bunch of stuff.
He is.
Yeah.
I think his daughter too. And they're
nice.
They're carrying the torch. They're continuing their dad's great work.
I love that.
I met Steve Irwin actually years ago.
Oh, no way.
He came in to a radio station I was working at the time, and he was being interviewed by another radio station. But I went and got to be in there and chat with him. And he was one of those guys, like, he just wanted to talk about what was up in your world. And when he found out that I had grown up on a farm in the UK, he wanted to talk about sheep and all that, mate. It's crazy. And I think his kids were with him that day, but they were toddlers at that point. But he was the nicest guy, man.
That's
and the
awesome.
fact that his end came from a stingray, is just all those years that he handled crocodiles and stuff. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing you had that experience with him.
Yeah, he was a super, really genuine, nice, present guy. It was beautiful. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Right.
That's really, really awesome. So, also by the way, you can catch English Nick not just on the radio station, but you can also, when you come to Atlanta, which you got to be. Hey, if you're in Atlanta, you already know about it. You already know. 10 High over at Dark Horse Tavern.
Yeah, it's the basement under the Dark Horse.
Basement. Which honestly, every time I go to Dark Horse, I might be upstairs for like 2 minutes, and then I'm like, what's going on downstairs? I got to see what's happening. I got to get on stage. And also being a musician, when you get to perform or just sing with a band, completely different experience than just a screen you look at,
Yeah, live band karaoke 5 nights a week. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm there most of the time. Monday's metal, the old school stuff.
Nice. So Metallica.
Yeah, Metallica, Judas Priest, Motorhead, all that stuff.
Nice.
Wednesday, Thursday is mellow some because it's like Backstreet Boys, Bruno Mars, Katy Perry, Shania Twain. And then the weekends is Blink 182 and Killers and Green Day. Yeah. It's a good time.
Did everyone start requesting Master of Puppets after the finale of Stranger Things?
Master is only available on Mondays on the metal list.
Okay.
And I did read yesterday that some of the Stranger Things fans who just discovered Metallica, which I'm a lifelong Metallica fan. My first ever gig in 1985 was seeing Metallica at Donington Racetrack, and they were sandwiched that day between Rat and Bon Jovi, their arch enemy hair metal bands.
I love that, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was really happy about. I love the Master of Puppets inclusion in Stranger Things, and they immediately jumped out and said, "Look, we don't care if you've been listening to our band for 40 years or 40 minutes. You're welcome."
Yeah.
because there was a lot of kickback on the Kate Bush song running up that hill. Where some old Kate Bush fans were like, "Oh, I've known this song for 50 years."
Right.
Shut up, just shut up. Right?
New fans come about.
I did see some stuff yesterday where there are some Zillennials who are finding out some stuff about Metallica that they don't like, and so there's a bit of a backlash happening now.
Really?
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
what interesting.
Yeah, there was some stuff from back in the day in the 80s, you know, when people could get away with stuff that wasn't quite so PC.
Oh, gotcha.
And so I understand both sides of it, and each to their own. But yeah. So Master of Puppets, I'm sure I've actually been off for a couple Mondays, but I actually did it a few Mondays ago just because I'd watched Stranger Things the night before. Like, I gotta do this.
Right, of course. Yeah, it's just, I mean, that was such an epic finale, and
and you saw that the guy who played Eddie got to meet them at Lollapalooza in Chicago a few weeks ago, and he gave him a guitar and he played up the backstage.
Like and also that actor, I forgot his name.
Quinn? Is it something Quinn?
I believe so. Yeah. I've seen a few interviews now, like on Fallon and stuff. What a humble dude.
Mm-hmm.
What a humble dude. And like right now, he's just like, I don't know. This is all new stuff for me. Like this is.
Dude,
like,
when he's in the Eddie, he has the wig on and stuff. I think he's a young Robert Downey Jr. He looks just like him.
Wow. I never thought about that. I never thought about
He's
it.
Robert Downey.
He's amazing. I freaking love Eddie. Eddie's a great guy.
He owned that season.
Yes.
And
Yep.
I gotta say, I felt like the scene. There was a couple scenes between. Eleven's boyfriend. Is it Mike?
Mike.
And then the other kid. Oh man, they were on the bus together. He has the really awkward bowl haircut.
Oh yeah,
like he was the one.
Will?
Will.
Yeah.
The couple scenes they had together were really kind of wooden, and so no wonder this guy comes in playing Eddie and steals it away from him.
Of course.
So.
Yeah, I love it.
But yeah.
So we should probably get to scoring this beer. You know, obviously it's got to be a great beer if we're having such a great. By the way, we're bouncing off of each other like a lot. It's got to be the.
This is the first time we met today.
Yeah, exactly.
And there was an hour before this where we just talked about everything.
Yeah, absolutely. We went through so many things.
Everything.
But it's got to also be especially with the humor. So my dad always he has like English humor. My mom always said English humor, and I've just grown up with really dry sense of humor. And sarcasm, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, talking about things that don't exist and just going with it.
Yes.
It's perfect. It's good. More people should. I believe there are more people like that out there, but they're just too afraid to show it because somebody told them they were silly. So
don't let anybody tell you you're silly.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a wonderful human being, whoever you are.
Bring
whatever
your
you
gift, show
believe
your
in,
gift.
whoever you vote for, you're a beautiful person.
Absolutely, 100%. All right, so guests go first.
Okay, are we scoring this beer?
So we're scoring this beer.
Oh, this is 10 out of 10 for me.
10 out of 10?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay,
I love this beer.
10 out of 10. That's a very high, very strong score, and that is your score. That's awesome. Cool. So 10 out of 10 for English Nick. Honestly, this, like I mentioned before, being a toasted porter, I thought it was gonna have a little more flavor in terms of overpowering, but this is super light, super crisp, and not too much flavor where it just overpowers. So I take one more.
With the sniff.
It's so light. It's so light. I'm gonna give this. I'll give it an 8.9. An 8.9. That's and by the way, that's very high. That's very high.
18.9 out of 20.
Yes.
Pretty good.
I guess I should start doing everything out of 20 now.
Well, because you're 10, I'm 10.
Collectively.
So collectively.
Oh yeah. So that's pretty high. That's a collective scores out of 20. It's really, really good.
And we gotta thank Stephen
Yes.
for Reformation
Yeah.
for hooking us up today.
Stephen, throw your hand up. There you go. There's Stephen back there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And well, I really appreciate you taking the time because I know you're a busy guy.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
No problem.
This is wonderful.
Anytime. This has been amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I'll probably have to come see you at 10 High and do maybe some sort of a duet because I know you sing, even with backup, you sing pretty well.
Yeah, the thing is, people get really drunk at that gig to get the balls up to get on stage.
Right.
And so very often when they get on stage, their sign's just like looking at the words.
Yeah.
And nothing's coming out. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, cool.
Well, this has been really awesome. Really appreciate it. Guys, definitely check out English Nick. Again, if you're able to, actually, 97.1, are you guys on iHeart as well?
It's on everything. Yeah.
It's on everything.
Yeah.
So
we have our own 97.1 The River app. Obviously, if you can get the FM signal in Atlanta 97.1.
Yeah.
I'm on middays, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Reformation beer.
There you go. Absolutely, definitely check them out.
Is
that how we ended?
I guess.
Well, guys, thank you so much for watching that video. That ending was kind of like a hard out, but it was kind of funny because we had a really nice laugh after that. So thank you so much for checking out this episode. Definitely check out English Nick Monday through Friday on 97.1 The River. Really great guy. I wish we had the camera on after the review because of the conversations about music and all just kept going. And you know that I used to be in a band. I've recorded some albums and stuff like that. So we really jived. What a great dude. Such an awesome opportunity. Definitely stop by Reformation here in Smyrna or Canton or Woodstock. All great locations. And yeah, I will see you on the next review. Cheers.